Easy.
You were my brother, Anakin!
How Sith you will
I hate you! No!
One of the very interesting things in the final episode of Mortis that I know fans would have found very interesting was that George was looking for two ancient Sith Lords that could, bring some meaning that would be kind of like an uber evil influence guiding the Son. And this was Darth Bane and Darth Revan, both of who existed in the EU. So it was going to be a big deal to bring these kind of legendary Sith Lords into Clone Wars, and thus, into the world of the George Lucas Star Wars story. We designed them. They are in the Clone Wars style. We modeled them in the Clone Wars style, and we shot the scene in the episode. The scene exists, but it never made it into animation. It only existed in layout. I was very apprehensive of this scene, as cool as it was, because of the implication of it, which is that these Sith Lords could separate themselves from the Force and somehow talk to the Son. That seems like a big deal. About the time after we had shot it and we sent the reel to George, George watches it, and he loved it. It was great. But eventually I got a call from George, and he said, I've been really thinking about this, and we should take that scene out with the Sith Lords. And as disappointing as it was in a way, I guess, because it would have been cool to have those characters appear in Clone Wars, it was absolutely the right thing to do, because they just can't exist in that form. They can't exist in that way. But I think for fans it would be neat to know that at least that idea was considered, that we went very far with it, and that in the end, after discussions, it was really George that said, no, this, I thought this would be good, but I wanted to do this, but it doesn't jive with my bigger explanation of the Force. And it gives you an insight to the detail to which he gets into these issues with the Force and these concepts of the bigger spiritual aspect of Star Wars. He's very involved in them, and to be honest, the writers and I feel very strongly when we're bringing these type of episodes to screen that, George has to be more involved than normal, because we have to get this stuff right. Of everything we do, we have to get this stuff right, because this is the Force. This is the whole ball game.